Alright, I'm ready.
All right, let's do some Mega Man 2 then. Let me reset here one last time so that I can make sure that I'm not gonna press start when he puts his helmet on and does the animation.
Yeah, that would be bad.
All right, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Hey, so this is Mega Man 2, released in 1988, or 1999 in the US, according to the screen that I'm staring at right now. It's a good video game by most regards. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
It is a video game.
It is a video game, that is for sure. So we are playing normal any percent, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so the normal mode, I'll just get straight into the version differences. The normal mode is exclusive to the US version. It halves the damage enemies, or like, rather halves the health that enemies have, compared to the difficult mode, which is technically the original mode and is the only mode on the Japanese version of the game, which is why we're playing on the US version, despite it being 46.2 seconds slower, text-wise. There is no Japanese normal mode, so we have to use US. We're starting off in Flashman stage here for a couple reasons. First, because of the way it kind of densely nestles vertical and horizontal movement, there's not a lot you can do with special weapons to speed this stage up. Second, this stage is going to net us one of the first of 3 platforming tools that this game provides, called Item 3, which is going to be really useful in helping us get other things and helping us go fast. So this is the Flashman fight. Ideally, this is super free. Wow, that was super free. Nice job.
I love that fight. I don't like the difficult mode fight.
On normal mode, it's very satisfying. On difficult mode, it's very terrifying. Note the difference. Cool, so now we are going to be moving on Airman stage?
Actually, Heatman's next.
Ooh, we're going Heat second.
Yes.
Cool.
Gonna try for fast air.
Nice. One really interesting thing about Mega Man 2 compared to a lot of other classic Mega Man games in particular is that there's quite a few different routes. Not even necessarily across categories, you know, normal, difficult, zipless, buster only, whatever. But even within within categories, you can do the game in a couple different orders.
Or we're gonna do Airman second because I mismenued.
Hey, muscle memory, it happens. Okay, so we're gonna do the comfy strats here of Air second. So Heat second nets us, I believe, about a 15 second, it's early in the morning, 15-second time save over Air second, but Air second is like way safer, so it's worth it. If you're at my skill level, you do Air second. But Mad Mega is brave, but we're gonna keep it comfy.
I can't believe I did that.
Hey, it happens.
It's early in the morning for me.
Yeah. Early morning Mega Man block.
Just gonna do this
So we're gonna
nice and
see a
comfy
super
on
jump?
these.
Nah, no super
no.
jump. That's okay.
I have not
You can
practiced
do a
that.
really... That trick is dumb. You could do a really dumb jump there, but whatever. Yeah, so with Air second, we're pretty much just kind of, you know, moving forward through the stage. There's not a ton that's really exciting. I guess one thing worth noting is, like, the birds that drop the big eggs, which are canonically called peepees, they spawn at a set time interval, not a distance interval. So if you get off of your normal movement pattern, they're going to be in different spots than usual. Otherwise, you can generally predict exactly where they're going to be. Mad Mega did a little turnaround there in attempt to get one to spawn from the other side of the screen. What this would do, in addition to kind of getting it out of his way, would have made it carry the big blue enemies, which they're called fanboys, which is the best thing ever. Literally just pick up the fanboy and carry it off screen. But that trick is really hard. I've never been able to do the turnarounds. So here's Airman. Airman has 4 different tornado patterns. We're going to be hoping for good patterns that are going to allow us to get up in Airman's face and buster him down really easily. Nice. And now we've beaten Airman. Airman is not, in fact, impossible. Airman can be beaten. And that has earned us the item 2. And I believe in this upcoming stage, then we're actually going to start seeing these items that we've been talking about.
Because I have it, I'm going to use item 2 now.
Oh, absolutely. Don't do the Yoku blocks. I mean, not only would it be, like, infinitely more difficult, it's just slower, so...
Yeah. If you've got the item 2 sled, might as well use it.
Yeah. Yeah, and we are also going to be using the item 3 that we got from Flashman stage to do a zip. Whoa. That's gonna be fun. Believe it or not, this game from 1988 is not exactly super well programmed in some regards. In other regards, yeah. But, the collision detection can be a little bit... I don't know, I don't even want to call it bad. I think we've just figured out how to abuse it. In a way, it's kind of rudimentary, which is its weakness. But for a casual player, it works. So you may have noticed that MadMega's nice candy skit trajectory changed mid-fall. When he hit the start menu, in Mega Man 2, that resets your vertical momentum. Okay, so here's a zip. We're gonna get inside the wall, and then easy. And so what he did there was basically get inside the wall. Since item 3 was under the ladder, it didn't have, it didn't detect a collision with the wall, so Mega Man could just kind of sneak on there, and then by pressing jump and then left within 3 to 6 frames of each other, he triggered a zip by basically turning around without moving. And yeah, then you just went straight through that wall, which is pretty neat. Because the game says, wait a minute, you're in a wall. You shouldn't be in this wall. I'm gonna push you out the opposite way that you're facing, which happened to be, like, through the entire thing. So this is Heatman. Heatman does this basically, like, flame dash attack repeatedly. He can do it after waiting 30, 60, or 90 frames. It's completely random. That was a pretty good pattern overall, though. I wasn't keeping exact track of which cycles we were getting. It is possible to get all 30s in normal mode, I believe. I don't know if anyone's ever seen all 30s in difficult mode.
No, I think the
best I've heard of is all 30s except for 190.
Right.
That I believe Cool Kid got in his Rockman 2 grind. So, with Heatman stage, we have now collected item 1. You saw item 3 was a wall climber and item 2 was a rocket board. Item 1 is a hovering platform, and is also going to allow us to do some really cool zips. With that, we now have all 3 of the platforming tools we're going to get in this game. So where are we headed next? Crashman! Cool, I always have to ask, because everyone has different routes. So, Task Clash, right?
Oh, no. I don't even do Big E.
I mean, hey, that's understandable. So, we've seen zips, now it's time for things to get a little weird. Because in addition to just raw horizontal zipping, in Mega Man 2 you can do that, which essentially zipped MadMega through the screen repeatedly and advanced the counter that checks what screen you're on, separately from the screen that's being shown. Oh god, there's a lot to explain there. I'm not nearly done. Essentially by desyncing the counter and the display, we can basically just walk through a bunch of stuff by wrapping around the screen repeatedly. And so basically what MadMega did was get to the ladder leading up to the screen where he respawned after death, and then died intentionally to reset the screen counter back to where it should be by taking advantage of that checkpoint. Another little optimization, he also, right before dying, he started charging up Heatman's weapon, the Atomic Fire. Interestingly, Heatman's weapon shares a counter in memory with the death respawn timer, so by firing off a charged heat right after you die, you respawn almost instantly. Little movement optimizations here after that nice little Clash Crime. By So there are two ways to gain height while climbing a ladder up a screen in this game. First, by grabbing the ladder above the screen, you gain a little bit of height, not directly proportional to how far above the screen you were, but if you grab the ladder with down instead of up, you gain a little bit more height. So MadMega was taking advantage of item 3 to get height above the screen and grabbing with down to get that extra little boost there. Nice Crashman fight.
As always, the normal fight is so much more pleasant than the difficult mode fight.
Yeah, 2 shots and it's done, or 1 if you're really lucky. So, are we going to be seeing any zips in this stage?
I'm not going to do the gate crashing zip, because
Good call.
the soft lock potential is just, it's too great, but
yeah.
I'll do the other one, no problem.
Cool. Yeah, so once
I hope.
again, you hope. We'll see what happens. We are gonna try to take advantage of zipping and desyncing the screen counter. Yo, nice E-tank route.
Yeah.
Always the smart choice.
Marathon
it's
safe.
faster to go to the left, but that E-tank is really valuable. Nice setup. Nice and comfy. So yeah, what's gonna happen here, we desync the screen counter again, as you can see, and we're now gonna go through the quick lasers maze, but we're on the wrong screen count and wouldn't be able to finish the maze, so what MadMega is gonna do is wrap around the screen backwards, something you can only do because of the out-of-bounds state that MadMega is in, which is gonna reset the screen counter in line with the actual screen and allow us to finish the quick lasers maze. Another little thing, while MadMega was zipping across the, fire thrower's room initially, he stopped for a second. This allowed one of the fire throwers to spawn at the end, which turned the lights back on. You can do the zip with the lights off, it is still possible, it's just way harder. And as much as it is technically faster, you're gonna probably lose all of that time back to less optimized movement through the maze. So Quickman fight here. Quickman can jump high or jump low and then run a lot. Unfortunately, the Crash Bomber is a really slow weapon, so it's hard to use against Quickman, but hey, we got there. It's really nice that if you miss with Crash, it'll usually end up hitting a wall, and then you can just stand there and kind of bait Quickman into getting hit by it multiple times. And yeah, that was Quickman stage. Metal is always fun. So coming up in Metal Man stage is going to be the longest zip in this entire game. This zip saves a lot of time. And we're going to be taking advantage of item 1 once again to trigger our zip. Not quite. So you have to be pretty far into the wall to get kind of out of bounds like that, but it's not that hard. Nice zip. So MadMega took advantage of... I mentioned earlier that the way to trigger a zip is by jumping and then turning around within 3 to 6 frames. In that instance, MadMega actually threw another item 1 by, pressing the shoot button. Instead, you can only do that, which is called a B trigger, when Mega Man is still in the visual bounds of the screen to set up the zip. But it's a 12-frame window instead of a 3-frame window, or 4-frame window, which makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I didn't quite get the item 2 ride there that you want to.
Too low.
No big deal. Nice backup strats. Cool. So, most of you might remember that Metal Man is a jumpy boy. No. So here's the thing. Metal Man only moves, or really only jumps, rather, when Mega Man shoots. The thing is, if you hold the shoot button into the fight, you will start shooting, but since you were holding it from the first frame of the fight, Metal Man will never detect that you pressed the shoot button, so he'll just kind of stand there and die, which is really nice. Cool, so now we are heading into Woodman stage. Some good music, some fun platforming. Are we going to be getting some good wood?
Hope so.
Hope so. All right. This stage has, I don't know about the hardest, but most certainly the most visually intense zip in the game. So this is going to be a lot of fun if we can get it. First, we have to fight some big dogs. Specifically one of them. So we're going to kill that one with a fully charged heat, and then use the flash stopper, or excuse me, the time stopper that we picked up from Flash Man. The flash stopper is Bright Man's weapon in Mega Man 4. Yes, I know, it's really dumb. To skip the other two dog mini-bosses. So now, here comes a zip. So, I can't, like, explain this bit by bit, but we're taking advantage of horizontal and vertical zipping, manipulating our position across screens, and desyncing the screen counter with the display, all of the things that we've mentioned and done before, in order to essentially, all we're really doing is attempting to advance our screen counter to the boss corridor as fast as possible. Conveniently, this zipping method is way faster than doing the stage normally, and by way, I mean I think about 20 seconds. And then dying in the boss corridor, and boom, we respawn right there. Once again, taking advantage of charged heat to make the respawn counter hit 0 almost instantly. So since this is normal mode, we're gonna kill Woodman with one fully charged heat, and he's done.
Good wood.
Good wood. That was some high-quality wood, if I do say so myself. And our last Robot Master, get ready for the bitrate killer himself, it's Bubble Man. Also, hot take, this is the hill I will die on. This is the best song in Mega Man 2. By far. Wily 1-2 can get lost, Bubble Man's where it's at. So we're going to be using the item 2 to comfortably scoot across this screen. There's a couple different setups for that, but that one's good. And then we're going to switch to item 1, and if you haven't figured it out by now, item 1 usually means we're going to zip. So, first we have the hardest jump in the game. Aww,
so close.
Reset. Come on, streamer. And here's a zip. This is one of the longer zips in the game. Nice B trigger. That B trigger there is rather precise. New runners might find it to behoove them to do an A trigger there instead, like I do.
Yeah, the B trigger there is
frogs.
very easy to zip into spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you start the zip too early, you'll just go straight into those spikes. So then we have the screen with the crabs. We can just walk right past all of them except for this last one, which we can just kill really easily with Metal Blade. And here comes the Bubble Man fight. Bubble Man takes, I believe, 4 Metal Blades, and he's dead. Bubble Man has a couple different patterns, but they're all generally the same and relatively easy to react to, and done. Cool. Nice 8 Robot Masters. That was an 1804, which is really good.
And you have to wait for an extra bit on the teleport out on the Bubble Man stage. I don't remember why. I think it has something to do with...
I think it has to do with the bubbles.
Right.
As in the ones coming from Mega Man, not the ones that were, like, spreading across the screen when Bubble Man died. You have the same thing in Dive Man stage in Mega Man 4. And so now we are on to Dr. Wily's Castle, featuring more cool tricks and an overrated piece of music. So are we going to be seeing a vertical zip in this stage?
Yes. Well,
all right, cool.
I say yes as, you know, as long as I can do it.
We're going to try. All right, so Mad Mega is going to use item 2 right away here. Once again, taking advantage of, this time successfully, making the bird spawn on the wrong side of the screen, which essentially made it such that there was one on screen that whole section so that no other one could spawn.
Toothpaste, why?
Toothpaste. Freaking noodle machines.
might be too far apart. Yep.
Ah, okay. Well, we tried.
I as a sad.
So vertical zips in this game, you kind of saw them as the initial trigger for the Woodman zip. They work a little bit differently in a few ways. Essentially what you do after getting, kind of into the zip above the screen, are we going to see another one here?
I don't usually do this one because for me to set it up, it takes 4 item 1s, and the time, I think, is basically identical to just climb.
Yeah,
so,
that would about even out.
So I save the item 1 energy.
Okay, then we won't worry about it. You can zip up kind of this last bit of the building. It saves, like, a little under 10 seconds, and is really difficult and rather risky, because if you mess it up, you can, like, fall down a bunch of screens. So, now, So first of all, from here on out, with every boss fight, I would like to issue an epilepsy warning. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, please look away when these bosses die. With that, it's time to introduce the dragon from Little Samson, and/or Boli Bumpa Draken, and/or the dragon from heck, what's the game? The one that just got an HD remake, Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. And it's already gone after I'd named all of my references, so yeah. In normal mode, that fight is pretty easy. It is faster to mash the quick boomerang than to hold the button, as we did earlier with Metal Man.
So, right here for the Open a Wily 2, I'm taking this as like a slightly safe marathon strat, but this is something that I used to do before I learned. There's a item 1 zip that you can do here that's not super, it's kind of unsafe.
Yeah, because you have to zip out in front of spikes, which is really hard.
Right, so I use the item 2 there. When I use it on the first stage, I actually place it in a very specific location to make sure I have enough energy to make it across that pit. And so, just wanted to point that out. It gives me an extra 1-up and an extra E-tank, and you never know when you're going to need that kind of stuff, so...
Yeah, for sure. I think that's, like, the only, like, truly free E-tank in this game, because even the one we picked up in Quick, it does cost some time. So here's the RNG tunnel, where we hope for as few drops as possible, and then get comically denied our hopes and dreams.
Just all the drops.
All the drops. Use an item 3 there, and then use the flash stopper here. Little optimization. You'll notice MadMega jumped in front of that crusher. You want to use the flash stopper while you're in the air, because if you throw it on the ground, you kind of stand still for a second. Cool, now we are into the Wily 2 boss, Pico Pico-kun. Once again, epilepsy warning for boss kill. Pico Pico-kun is made of these little enemies, thus the name Pico Pico, I guess. But each one can be defeated with 2 metal blades really easily. The pattern is the same every time. So once you've done this a few times, there's no worries, and for pretty much every instance of the boss, for every instance of the boss, rather, those 2 blocks in the middle there always are safe, is a good thing to know. They will never turn into an enemy, so you can always stand there. But yeah, that fight's pretty easy. It's the same every time, 2 metal blades, and done. And since you get, like, literally infinite metal blades, it's fine.
Yeah,
now we're on
blades
to...
are one of the few weapons that don't actually use energy every time you fire them. Quick Boomerang is the same way. There are a few others, but yeah. I think mostly in Mega Man 2 that weapons are like that. Yeah.
I believe you get 3 metal blades per tick of the bar. So now we're into Wily 3, which is the shortest stage in the game. MadMega is going to be doing full jumps here. MS Paint Fish!
One fish.
One fish. You can get 2 fish sometimes. Sometimes they're a little shy. So MadMega was doing full jumps in that water section because Mega Man moves faster out of the water. It's not actually lag, it's just the way the water's programmed. I guess it's sort of lag, arguably. I don't know for sure. But doing
lag.
Full jumps there is faster. Possibly. I don't know what the intent was. And then we're just gonna be you wanna jump over the cannon shot, and then jump over where the cannon was just in case it drops something. Alright. Chat, now's your chance. Predict a number between 1 and 4. And see if you get lucky here. This is the Guts tank. 1, 2, 3! Nice 3 jump. Super comfy.
So close to 2. Just
So
need
close.
one more shot.
Yeah. 1 jump only happens if you're Elonesia. So if you guessed 1, you were taking the long shot. And here comes the fun part. Every Mega Man 2 runner's favorite stage, every casual player's favorite memory. Purple heck, it's Wily 4. This stage is just excellent. It's really emblematic of just fantastic game design, in my opinion. So, first thing to know here, there are invisible holes in the floor. So MadMega is going to be jumping at some seemingly random spots to make sure that he doesn't just fall through to a bunch of places. Ooh, got a zip. Nice. Nice, skipping that screen. So you'll notice there that MadMega did some jumps, kind of went out of bounds. Every time you jump in a vertical zip out of bounds, you move Mega Man down on the next screen 8 pixels. If you don't jump at all, you'll wrap up the screen and then wrap back down. So you have to jump at least once. In most cases, you'll jump more than once, so you hit a certain spot on the screen.
Little Shoka dance.
Heck yeah. Little skip here with the item 1. This is elevator antics, everyone's favorite part of Mega Man 2. Most certainly. Nice strat there. That's a slightly safer strat than the top level strat. It's really nice for marathons, though.
Didn't feel confident
no
in that jump, so I little pause buffer there.
Gate crash. Nice, got him. Whew. So, yeah. You want to be facing right when you enter that door there, so that you end up in that little nook. If you face left, you can end up farther over in the room, which can be kind of a pain. This is the Boo Beam Trap. What's really fun about this boss, as most casual players will remember, I think that's a little too low. Yeah. You have exactly enough crash bombs to take down the mandatory walls and all of the Boo Beams. What's really cool in the speedrun is that there's 2 spots where you can get a double, where you hit both a Boo Beam and a wall, or 2 walls in each case. And at the end there, you can do what MadMega did, which was called a damage transfer. Don't ask me why that works, but if you fire a shot at one of them, jump on top of it, and then walk into the other one after the crash bomb explodes, they'll both die, because video games.
Magic.
So with that, MadMega managed to save 1 crash bomb, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is going to allow him to make the Wily Machine fight coming up a lot easier. So now we're into our refights. Gonna be starting with Quickman. So our order of operations in this room, because Mega Man 2's menu is really fast, is going to be slightly more determined by minimizing menuing. But we're also going to be keeping in mind the order that we go through the boss room. In a lot of other Mega Man games, the order that you go through the boss room is like way less important because the menu is really slow, but the menu is very fast in 2. So that's really nice. Airman is being rather a jerk today. No big deal. For the Heatman fight coming up here, MadMega is going to start with 1 Buster Shot, because that 1 Buster Shot will deal enough damage such that 2 bubbles can kill. And since the Buster Shot moves faster than the bubble, you can kill the boss a little bit faster that way. Now we're going to move on to kind of the final section of the refights here, what I like to call Metal Row, where we have all of the bosses that we'll do with Metal Blade. Everyone say, "Hi, Metal Man!" Hi, Metal Man. Now everyone say, "Bye, Metal Man! Bye, Metal Man!" And Flashman. So Flashman, really, really, really easy with the Metal Blade. You just shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot, done. So this is the Wily Machine. For this first phase, that we're going to use the Metal Blade and just mash. And then for the second phase, we are going to use that Crash Bomb we saved. This shot is a little bit tricky and requires that Wily is going backwards. Nice, you got it. you have to hit a specific vertical spot such that the crash bomb explodes and doesn't just get stuck and, like, hit and disappear. And then Wily has to be backing up such that the hitbox of the machine, which is essentially Wily's little bubble, gets caught in the explosion. And the crash explosion just deals a ton of damage and kills the machine near instantly. If you miss that shot or don't have metal blades, or don't have any crash bombs in the first place, you can use metal blades. Not quite.
I have all these extra item 1s, so we're gonna try for it. Get there.
I believe in you. Ah.
One more try.
I believe.
There we go.
Final zip of the game. Investigating this mysterious, dark, brooding cave. Oh, this is fun,
Wiggles,
isn't it?
please.
So what MadMega is actually doing here, he's not just wiggling, he's actually triggering and canceling little mini zips. Because if he enters this gate facing left, that was really, really close. If he enters that gate facing left, the game soft locks, which is really neat because you're on the final boss. Oh my god, Dr. Wily's actually an alien. Holy heck. So those little wiggle zips allow you to basically advance to the gate slowly and guarantee that you can be facing right at the right time. Don't hug the alien. Time. GG.
Time, yes.
Very nice.
I will take that. That's
30-54. Very, very good.
not too bad. No unintentional deaths, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that was a really good run. Whew. Nice.
So, Dr. Wily isn't really an alien. That's a hologram. Everybody should remember that. It's important.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So that's Mega Man 2. And now we get Mega Man walking home for like a whole year. You know, you see fall and winter and all the different seasons.
It takes until like Mega Man 4 that he finally gets smart enough and just takes the train home.
Right? But he rides on top of the train. You know, I guess saves the fare
like
money,
a cool kid. He just saved the world. He can stand on top of the train dramatically.
Well, I guess that's it for me. Proto, thank you so much for commentating that. It's a run that I'm like I so worry about messing things up, and it's so much nicer to have somebody else be able to talk about it, because now that's one less thing I have to worry about while I'm playing. So.
Yeah, so stick around. Next we are going to be moving on to the superior Mega Man 2.
Yes.
That's right, you know it, you love it. It's Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy. I'm super excited. I love this game.
Love Game Boy.
And that's going to be with Kaiser Krister, and you're still stuck with me for the next like couple games because I like Mega Man. So yeah, stay tuned. Keep watching. Keep donating to the Trevor Project. Our donation pace right now is like amazing, and I'm super blown away. I've been on the staff for this event since its inception. It was, originally me and Ali's idea, and how much this event has grown continues to just blow me away. So let's keep going, keep playing Mega Man, and keep raising money for a really, really good cause.